Hello YouTube, what's good? We're back again with another video, man. So today I got a quick little video for y'all pertaining to the last video I made. It's a nice day today, and I hope everybody is doing well and taking care of themselves. You know what I mean? First and foremost, if you are subscribed to this channel, if you watch this channel, you are going to do great things and be a huge asset to humanity and the planet as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Because we are reflections of each other. You know what I'm saying? Everything in life is a reflection of you. So if you watching this channel and you engaging with me, you know what I mean? You destined to do great things. Know this for sure. So today I want to talk about, entrepreneurship, starting a business. Because in the last video I talked about social media, you know what I mean, and how I choose to use social media, you know what I mean, which is only to promote whatever it is you're doing to financially support yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way to use social media, is to promote your business. Now, like I said, I specifically said financial. You know, most people use social media to post their personal business all online. You know what I mean? Like, for example, like Facebook. Facebook is specifically used, so everybody in your city, your family, every time you post to do something, they'll just know based off of what you put on Facebook, whatever you use. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Back in the day, they didn't do that. At whatever happened in your personal life is based off of who you interacted with in your personal life, like in person. So, the fact that we just put it on blast for the whole world to see is weird to me. But to each his own. Like I said, I'm not a very social person, you know what I mean, because it's way too overstimulating. But for those who do that, ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm not trying to throw shade, but it's just the everything in life is about balance. So what I see nowadays is like people overdo it. Like, they put too much of this stuff on the internet. So don't be so stuck on social media, because you know what I mean, when you stuck on it and the main fix is to be other people's business, you know what I mean, you focusing way too much on other people's life. And every time I'm out here, there's black butterfly just floating around. But you focusing too much on other people's lives instead of focusing on your own. And what you focus on grows. So when you too focused on other people's life instead of enhancing yours and improving your well-being and your mental, you know what I mean, like, it's just lost nigga behavior. Just to keep it a being. Like, I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you. Like, that's not wise to do. You know what I'm saying? So let's get back to the topic. Entrepreneurship, you know what I'm saying? So, like, or just business in general, you know what I mean? So business, bro, you know what I mean? I got an interesting perspective on business because, they say don't mix family with business, you know what I'm saying? And that's understandable because, the people you are family with, you have a type of connection with them. So they feel like they have certain privileges that you can't treat them a certain type of way. But anybody who runs a business or has a business oriented mind, they know they have to have a stern and direct authority. So the people that is a part of your business can respect you. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much why they say don't mix business, family, and business. But like, even as a employee for an employer, like, when you're in that environment, they want to create a family like environment. You know what I mean? And that's understandable as well, because we're going to see each other every single day. We're going to be in the same space every single day, so we have to have some type of connection with each other that's like tolerable. You know what I mean? So we can all work in peace. So, you know what I mean? That don't mix family and business is kind of weird to me. But, everybody who work at places, we know how far to take that family type stuff in a work setting. You know what I'm saying? And even as a business owner, you know what I'm saying? The clientele that you keep, you want to create a family like relationship with them, because they will keep shopping with you. They will stay in business with you. You know what I'm saying? Just because of the energy you give off. You know what I mean? It's very comforting. That's what family is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a space for comfort. You know what I mean? Free of judgment. You know what I mean? And an open space basically. So like, when they say don't mix family with business, it's kind of backwards to me. You know what I'm saying? Because you need that family vibe in order to create a sustainable workspace and just business as a whole. You know what I'm saying? This is how you keep your clientele. But, another reason why they focus so much on not mixing family with business is because, most businesses nowadays, especially in America, it's all about capitalism. You know what I'm saying? It's all about taking advantage of the consumer. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's all about taking advantage of the consumer. You know what I mean? For example, video games nowadays, or even movies, DVDs and stuff like that. Like, all this stuff is becoming digital. And the only reason why they want it to become digital is because they can control the ownership of those things. You know what I'm saying? Specifically, in a digital, like Netflix and stuff like that, digital stores, they can lease these things to you, or you can rent it instead of actually owning it physically when you buy a DVD or an actual physical game. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's why they pushing for physical consoles. I mean, like, not physical, but digital consoles, all digital consoles, all these subscription-based platforms like Netflix, Hulu, and all that stuff. Like, all of this is to have control over the consumer and what they have ownership of. You know what I'm saying? So, this is how most of the businesses in general, like not only in America but the world, this is how they run businesses, to capitalize off the consumer, to take advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? But when you actually create a real, organic, genuine business, like you create a space, you create a family-like space. You know what I mean? And you provide business that benefits somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? Not take advantage of them. You know what I'm saying? Not be parasitic. You know what I'm saying? So that goes into my last point that I want to talk about is, if you are an entrepreneur or somebody who want to create a business, or you don't even know what you want to do, you know what I mean? I encourage everybody to create their own type of business, something. You know what I mean? And nothing and something other than entertainment. I'm talking specifically to black people when I say that, because that's all we think we good at. You know what I'm saying? And like, that's valid, because charisma and your vibe and energy, like, that also creates a family like environment. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's probably one of the most important things that you need to have is charisma. You know what I'm saying? the YNs nowadays, they call that Riz. You know what I'm saying? But there's a there's two polarizing aspects of that too. You can use your charisma to manipulate people, or you can just use that charisma, like I said, to create a safe space for people to enjoy who you are as a person. You know what I'm saying? So, take that as you will. But if you wish to create a business, you know what I mean? I have a bunch of ideas, you know what I'm saying? This is why I'm on YouTube right now. And so I can build a foundation for everything else I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot to offer to to humanity and the whole planet as a whole, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot to offer. You know what I'm saying? So, butterfly just chilling. If you want to create a business, bro, like I said, you need to provide something that can help benefit a person's life. You know what I'm saying? One of the best businesses to create is something that promotes and enhances people's well-being. You know what I mean? Where it be emotional, spiritual, or mental. You know what I'm saying? Or physical. You know what I'm saying? These are some of the best businesses you could ever have. You know what I'm saying? And the more passionate and genuine you are, the more your business will thrive. You know what I'm saying? Like, people who are passionate, this is my problem with like how like jobs and like work is facilitated nowadays. Like, it's more focused on you surviving, for one thing, to have the means to survive the day-to-day of life in a city. And you have to sacrifice your time and energy to do something that you most likely not passionate about, something that you most likely don't want to be a part of, but you only do it because you make money. You know what I'm saying? Which is unfortunate. That's so unfortunate, but that's just how, in a capitalist society, this is how, things play out naturally, because we all taking advantage of each other. Like, it's in the name. It's so obvious. You know what I'm saying? You should never be proud of something that takes advantage of people. You know what I'm saying? So, when it comes to jobs and nowadays, it's all about draining you as much as your energy, time and energy, just so you can make that dollar, you know what I mean, and be just over broke. Because that's what jobs mean. Just over broke. You just have enough money to handle whatever it is you need to do, so you can incrementally, if you're very frugal and you can be conservative and actually save your money. Most people can't do that, but you know what I'm saying? When you somebody who can live below your means and save your money over time, you can do the things that you dream of doing. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that's very backwards. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all live on this earth in order to just go right into what we wish to create. You know what I'm saying? We ain't supposed to be wasting time doing a whole bunch of stuff we have no business doing. You know what I'm saying? Most mental illness and most problems people have is the fact that they got to be attached to these things. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I encourage people to start their own business, no matter what it is that you want to do, how you want to do it now. Do it right now. Don't wait. You know what I'm saying? Because the longer you wait, the more you're gonna regret you not starting that shit sooner. You know what I'm saying? So whatever it is you want to do it now. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know what you want to do, make sure it's something that enhances people's life. You know what I'm saying? The things I want to do is gonna help with improving people's well-being. You know what I'm saying? Because when it comes to creating in this world, it's all about how you manage what's inside. You know what I'm saying? how you manage your emotions and your mental. You know what I'm saying? So like everything that I'm passionate about is surrounding those things. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, even if it ain't something that's like, even if it's just something that's a form of technology, something that'll help enhance somebody's life, just make sure it ain't something that's parasitic that takes advantage of them. You know what I'm saying? Like you create stuff like that, you create a business off of stuff like that, and you will always have clientele. Trust me. And like, you know, if you're down to earth, genuine and pure hearted person, you will always succeed. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I ain't finna sit here and act like this stuff is easy. This is just how life is. You know what I'm saying? Because we already then set it up to be way harder than it need to be. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's all about believing in yourself. You know what I mean? Like what's inside, like I said, your emotions. And like managing those things is how you gonna succeed in the world. You know what I'm saying? The way out is in. You know what I mean? The way out of any situation is to go inward. You know what I mean? To make sure you got everything straight in your heart and mind. You feel me? So I think that's all I want to say today. You know what I mean? Quick little video on entrepreneurship, business, and creating a family and community surrounding those things. So it's all love. See y'all later, YouTube.